Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a starseed being here on planet Earth, and I'm here to provide you with a message from Divine Holy Spirit. Before I get into my reading, I'm going to go ahead and light an incense, and this is frankincense. Holy Spirit, be with us now and always. As within and so without. Thank you. Hope you're having a really nice day so far. It's July the 3rd, 2025. Before I get into pulling cards and doing the Mayan oracle, I'm going to read a psalm. This is Psalm 82, a psalm of Asaph. God presides in the great assembly. He renders judgment among the gods. How long will you defend the unjust and show partiality to the wicked? Defend the weak and the fatherless. Uphold the cause of the poor and the oppressed. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the hand of the wicked. The gods know nothing, they understand nothing. They walk about in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are shaken. I said, you are gods, you are all sons of the Most High, but you will die like mere mortals. You will fall like every other ruler. Rise up, O God, judge the earth, for all the nations are your inheritance. And that's really it, is when you are connected to the Most High and understanding what that means in these biblical times that we're playing out on the world stage. You will be tested. You will have people coming against you. And as you stand and face the darkness, you shine even brighter. So let that be some wind under your wings, some wind in your sails as you propel yourself forward along your righteous path. Aho. Today's Mayan glyph is the red planetary dragon. The glyph of the day is always found in the center of the oracle. And today's number 10, tone number 10, which is all about whatever appears on the planet, whatever manifests in 3D, whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been, focusing your intentions on. And the red dragon is all about the birth and the creation and newness, really. So we're manifesting today the birth of the new. Whatever it is you've been manifesting, right? The helper glyph is the white mirror. It is endlessness. It is the reflection that you see in me and that I see in you, and what feelings arise from there. We're being guided by the red moon, which is about flow, universal water, pouring water into your container for purification. Challenge glyph today is the blue monkey, which is illusion, playfulness, and imagination too. It's about how you use your imagination to play. But it's also, it could be a little bit, mischievous and trickster type energy. So you want to watch out for that, because while there are people in your life who are reflecting these things back at you, you just need to remember that it is all an illusion, and you can embrace a playful nature while you're going with the flow. while you're birthing new earth into creation. And once you understand the role that you have to play in this world stage, it's like the Globe Theater, right? Then you unlock the secret occult glyph. This is the energy that lies in between all of the realms that are around you, all of the unforeseen threads that tie us together, and that is the yellow sun. This was yesterday's glyph. The yellow sun, which is your life force. It's life itself. It's the fire that assists in transmutation, right? So while you're transmuting things that are coming up in the past that are reflecting back at you from tricksters, you know, maybe this is your own subconscious coming through, trying to trick you into seeing things a certain way, into seeing things a way that other people might want you to see them. Just remember that you have the fire that will allow you to create whatever you want. And you can remain in flow with your own energy because you've gone through the purification already. Let your heart be your guide today. I love Mayan Oracle. Let's go ahead and get out Oracle of Ascendance. I love this Oracle deck. I think it's my favorite one. Holy Spirit, what is the message for collective today? Mercury. Messenger God. This is the planet that's closest to the sun and moves the fastest because of it. At the sacral, this is your creative center, we can call it. It's what drives you. It's what you like, what you don't like, and your responses to that. Maybe, you know, sacral chakra makes me think of Sagittarius energy, makes me think of Jupiterian energy. So maybe you have Sagittarius Mercury or 9th house Mercury. And then we have Jivura, necessary destruction and power, you know, strength. Mercury coming in hot. Mercury has also been associated with Hermes Trismegistus and Thoth. So if those deities have any resonance with you, pay attention to that. We have the Ouroboros, a cycle of repetition. Bottom card, Virgo. Maybe you have a Virgo Mercury or a 6th house Mercury. Repeating cycles that deal with Virgo themes. So Virgo themes, that's your workplace, it's earth energy, it's, every time I get the Virgo card, it's being very scrupulous, it's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and showing up consistently. Virgo is very consistent, has to deal with health. It's taking your health seriously. Maybe, you know, you're coming up on, yeah, here's Kundalini. Your life force, okay? When the Kundalini is rising up through your chakra system, it acts as a lightning bolt, but in reverse. And it's powered through your breath. So when I think about the breath of fire, you know, that can also be the breath that you use to speak your creations out into the world. The breath that you use to end a cycle. To end a cycle, from the sacral, to understand what is and is not for you. And it's going to feel really good when you do it, right? Whatever cycle this is that you found yourself participating in, thinking that it might change for you, and understanding that it just won't. It's knowing when to throw in the towel. I'm not going to take any of these, but I am going to take the Reiki. Hon Shaze Shonen. This is a symbol used in distance Reiki, and it also transcends all time and space. So this is used to send energy backwards and forwards through time with the intention on healing in general. Bottom card, Venus. The planet of love and values. It's your value system. It's understanding that, over time, your values have shifted into taking your health and your body more seriously, into understanding the role. This is totally like workplace stuff. Understanding the role that you had in the workplace. I have two cards, but I'm going to take the top one. I have Uranus and Shokma. Shokma is divine masculine, and it is your doingness. It's what you create by your hand. Because whenever we think about feminine energy, feminine is receptive and masculine is that which acts out in the world. It's what you do. It's Mars energy, right? Mars is more Jivora. But with healing over time, going back in time to heal, past wounds from the feminine, and Uranus, a lightning bolt, a flash of insight, a realization suddenly that, it's time to move in a new direction. And I keep going back to Mercury because Mercury is like, you have to say your piece. You have to say your piece to end the cycle. Maybe you're being revisited by a lot of things in your past at this time. Yesterday we had that Kazemi with the Sun and asteroid Magdalena, which is Mary Magdalene. And if you watched my channeling yesterday, you'll see what she had to say about the energy of yesterday. But it's incredible to me that today is the day of the red planetary dragon, where we realize the power that we hold within ourselves in these chakra centers, right? I associate the chakras with your dragons. So as the orange dragon of the sacral tone streams through us at this time, it empowers us to end these cycles that have been trapping our Kundalini energy there, right? You've been healing your body, but what happens when you turn your attention inwards and say, over time, there were these cycles that my feminine was trapped in, my receptivity was trapped in, and Uranus is here to help you break that cycle. Uranus is that cycle breaker. I'm gonna say J Ma. Chaos coming out on top of Mercury. Containers coming out on top of the sacral chakra. So yeah, this is noticing how busy it's been for you. Jivura coming to the moon. And knowing that it's an emotional process. You know, as these things dissolve, it doesn't mean that you don't remember and that you don't feel. Because that's the most important thing, is that with the moon, it's your emotional body. And it is you feeling yourself letting it go. That can be painful. But the Ouroboros in balance. By letting this cycle go, you're bringing yourself back into a better balance with yourself and with your creation. Whatever it is that you decide to create. You know? I'm getting chills, and I was hearing time is not linear. And it's okay to feel like maybe you're backsliding a little bit. Because it's a big mountain that you're scaling here, you know? And the message that I've been receiving about the dragons, the ones that actually still exist on the planet, is that they exist on tops of mountains. And they assist the earth in rebalancing the energy that reverberates out across the lands. That reverberates out across the water. It's sound healing in general, right? It's the sounds in your environment that you can't hear, but they still emit frequency, like 5G on your cell phone. I have my 5G turned off, for example. There's some people who are really, their waters are really sensitive to Wi-Fi signals, so some people shut their Wi-Fi off at night, you know? Water and Kundalini. You know, we've already worked on purifying the waters inside of our vessel, inside of our container, so that they can flow clear and free. Maybe you have a water moon, or a water Mercury. Root chakra, Hon Shaze Shonen. This is you remembering things that wounded you so deeply. Down to the root, and healing them through the power of the spoken word, through your mantra, through the reverberations of you echoing the volume of the dragon. Hero. Venus and Hero and Crown on Uranus. Yeah, it's you taking your power back. It's you putting your crown back on top of your head and saying, I am that I am, and nobody can add extra chaos into my life because I won't let them, you know? It's because their resistance belongs to them, not me. It's you not attaching to the resistance that others are trying to give you. And going your own way. I'm seeing a goat. I'm seeing, a goat climbing up a mountain. And they take no direct path. They're going up diagonally this way, up a little like that, And that's kind of how it is. I'm gonna get some Rider-Waite. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, if you've been working hard on yourself and knowing that you have been on the correct path that the divine has placed you on, this is your confirmation that all of this chaotic energy that you've been swimming in, that people have been throwing at you, this is your confirmation that it is going to pay off. All of your hard work is paying off. The Hanged Man. Even when it felt like you were the observer, watching other people throw salt on your name. The Hanged Man, you know, coming out on top of the moon in Javora, it just goes to show that you have been taking that time away and taking that time to focus on working on you, working on your container, working on what you want in your life, what you truly desire, for your roots, for your root chakra. I mean, we have sacral and root here, and usually a lot of people are operating out of those base 2 chakras out of fear or lack mindset. But once you dissolve those things from your life, you're able to move forward in like really passionate and beneficial way for you and for your children, if you have children, or for your inner child. You're remembering what it was like to live in balance with the centers of joy and prosperity. Bottom card. Judgment. Virgo, mountains, and judgment. I heard, only God can judge me. But that's it, man. Only you know what is best for you and for your family. And Venus value systems doesn't just have to be money. This could be an abundance of love or abundance of art, joy, creation in general. And as you scaled this mountain and reached the top, you can call down judgment as the gods on these mountains have done in the past. Page of Wands. I'm going to look up Page of Wands in the book. Thank you for learning to row with me. In a scene similar to the former, a young man stands in the act of proclamation. He is unknown but faithful, and his tidings are strange. Faithful, a lover, an envoy, a postman. Beside a man, he will be favorable testimony concerning him. He is a dangerous rival, if followed by the Page of Cups. Has the chief qualities of his suit. So Wands is the element of fire. Fire, water, Kundalini. So it's speaking about having assistance. It's speaking about the Fool. It's speaking about creating something new. With somebody who is in your corner. Nine of Cups. Venus, hero, Nine of Cups. That's satisfaction. That's having a lot of abundant emotional energy. It's feeling like You don't need no man, honestly. This could be a friend that you come into contact with who recognizes your value and your worth and helps you snap back, right? This could be a reader who comes out and says, here's your crown. Okay? And you don't have to worry anymore, you know? The Nine of Swords on top of the crown chakra and Uranus. And really that's the cycle that we are all walking away from at this time, is this worrying type of energy. And it's because you walked away from a lot of things that were holding you back. A lot of temptations and illusions. You saw them for what they were. You understood that it was providing these blocks to your lower chakras, and knew that you needed better balance for your legacy. And you called down judgment upon yourself. You had the reflection time. And now it's time to start a new adventure. One where you are, emotionally invested in. One that feels correct for you. And, this worrying type of energy is something that may come up for you. But you're being urged to let it go. You're being urged to give your faith to the God Most High. And understand that the Elohim are here to uphold the realms of the above and the below. And when you know that, then nothing can touch you. Nothing can harm you. I like these Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards. Grief. Mercury, Chaos, Ten of Pentacles, and Grief. Grief of loss. Maybe you're up at night worrying about losing something that you want to work towards gaining again, gaining again. So this is something that you lost before. That you are like, well, if I put my eggs in this basket, what happens when the basket overturns, right? But that's the nature of our reality, is that nothing ever lasts for forever. Even the grief won't last forever. You're allowed to let it go. Perseverance, yeah, push through. Sacral chakra containers 8 of coin and perseverance. You won't give up. No matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're feeling, you won't give up. You will grow through it. What is this? I'm seeing like a dandelion growing through concrete, right? Growth. The Hangman, the Moon, and the Javora. Whatever destroyed you emotionally in the past, you're just growing right through it. And you give no cares about the pain that you went through in the past. This is big emotional growth, actually. I'm proud of you, whoever you are. Okay. Facade and gratitude came through. So we're going to go with gratitude first, because we are grateful for putting things back into balance. As we reclaimed the true energy that was behind the facade. It's, you know, I see this man and this boy holding hands and walking together. And it's almost like I'm seeing this grumpy old man who appears on the outside that, you know, he's maybe cold-hearted or curmudgeon-y or, you know, doesn't really have much of a care, but when he's in the company of a child, that facade crumbles and his inner child comes out. It's understanding that whatever persona that you've built up is just smoke and mirrors, because the true you is within you, and it's that childlike nature that you've always had, that maybe you pushed away, right? But we're calling judgment on this type of energy, the fake stuff. You've gone through too much to turn from yourself now. So don't turn away. Don't look back in anger. Heard you say. Abundance. Kundalini, water, Page of Wands, and abundance. Yeah, once you are living from this gratitude center of connecting back with yourself in a really meaningful way, that's when the facade crumbles. You know, you call judgment, it crumbles away. And you enter into this energy of abundance. Workaholic. Oh, I haven't seen this one yet. I just got this deck, so I'm not like familiar with all of them. Workaholic, the Fool, Root Chakra, Hon Shaze Shonen. Yeah, this is you. This is your sacral chakra getting lit up by this Kundalini energy. Your waters are flowing really pure, and you realize what you must do. The Fool takes on the job and becomes entrenched in their good work and their good deeds, throwing yourself into the fires of transmutation for the process to occur. Becoming passionate about something, realizing what you are to do, and giving it your all. And the biggest goal is love, you know? Biggest goal is joy. It's you waking up from the nightmare and noticing where you are, being extremely grateful for where you are. And living in joy from there on out. Because it's what's meant for you. I want to get astrology out here. It's what's meant for you. You're not meant to stay in lack mindset. You're not meant to stay in grief. You're meant to grow through that. So if you're struggling today, I'm looking back at the Mayan Oracle. If you're struggling today by like energy of comparison, thinking that other people are like having a better time than you or whatever, like get rid of that mindset. That's an illusion. That's you keeping yourself trapped in the mindset that we're literally transitioning out of. We're not bringing that energy forward anymore. Okay, people? You're birthing something new. And you're doing it through the fiery passion of the sun. With the assistance of El Elyon. You're remembering who you are and your connection to the divine. You know, there's going to be a lot of people in your life who are going to doubt you. Don't let their reflection rub off. Yeah. Don't let that reflection rub off onto you. Yes, Grammy, I'm okay. Yes. Don't let their negative-ish rub off on you. 4th house. Yeah, your roots, your family. Your family might be in grief that you're gonna win at doing what you want to do. That's okay. Amazing. Yeah, because that's a lot of it. Is if you're feeling this energy, just remember, it's probably not your energy. It's not your energy. You don't have to let it attach to you. Venus, again, love. If they really worried, if they really cared, if they really loved, they wouldn't be reacting this way. So keep pushing through. Love at the sacral. Love your creation. Love what you're here to do, what you're here to create, what you're here to birth into the world. Saturn return, age. It's a new age, the dawning of a new age. Jivura, the moon, the hangman growth, and Saturn return. Saturn is the planet of patience. It's your hard work that you put into something, and then you see the reward at the end of the day. It's a slow-moving planet, sure, but it's there to... Excuse me, my nose is itchy. I don't know what that means spiritually. If you know, put that in the comments below. Your nose is itchy. Ooh, top card. Gemini, I think. Mercury rules Gemini. So, I mean, this could be overthinking energy. This could be, you know, other people overthinking about you, trying to make you overthink about yourself, trying to make you second guess, you know. But this is coming out on top of the cycle of repetition, balance, which is like you balancing this out for yourself by remembering who you truly are and being grateful for that. Neptune, sacrifice. On top of Virgo, mountains, judgment, and facade. Virgo can sacrifice themselves, you know. That is like, they can, it's this type of energy where they feel like they have to be the hardest working person in the room in order to prove themselves, you know. But Neptune is also the planet of illusion. So it's like, don't kill yourself at work, like workaholic. Maybe that's something that you might resonate with. Maybe you are working too hard. I think sacrifice, maybe this is other people thinking that you need to work harder. That resonates. 5th house, creativity. I think sacrifice, creativity. And that's it, is like your value system, which is rooted in creativity, is not what they want for you. They don't want you to be a creative person. Kundalini, water, Page of Wands, abundance, 5th house, creativity. But there are people who do. There are people who share your same values. And, you know, they're out there for you. So keep your eyes peeled. Okay. This is the 8th house, endings and beginnings. And what I was saying before was that you are developing this new passion for something and really digging deep into it. So allow that to come through, you know? Don't hold back. Endings and beginnings, let whatever needs to end fall away. And begin something new, the Fool, at the root. Maybe you're starting a new family. Maybe you're leaving an old relationship and going off into something that actually does match your energy. Someone who actually does, you know, mirror you in a positive way. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship, you know. Finding your soul tribe who shows you who you truly are by them being who they truly are. Lunar eclipse, change. Venus, hero. What was that? Nine of Cups, passion, and change. Yeah. The moon is your emotions, right? So you're allowed to have a change of heart. You're allowed to move in a new direction. And Jupiter, abundance, joy, and abundance. After you woke up from your terrible nightmare, this is what you're getting. Joy and abundance. On the bottom there's North Node. Your life's purpose. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get a Kali oracle out here. Sending a lot of love out there. May we rebalance our roots in a way that actually suits us. May we create something brand new that feeds your soul. You have abundance out here twice. May you tap into this creative center. There's two. The first one is Bhavatarini, number 44. And the second is Kundalini Shakti, number 10. 54 altogether, you know. Or maybe that is just number 9 in general. 54 makes 9. 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 might be significant. That's in September. Kali Oracle. Where's my book? Ooh. I definitely had it out here. Yes. As above, so below. And there it is. Okay. Kundalini Shakti. Hers is the arising consciousness that evokes instability within, clearing the inner pathways for higher consciousness to manifest. Inner disturbance and instability wrought by Kundalini Shakti is an obscuring grace. Internal disorder is a necessary step towards divine reorganization. Reassure your heart that no matter what may appear to be at a spiritual level, all is well. Outworn energy is being processed and broken apart. From the ashes of your inner fire you shall emerge anew. Let what needs to happen, happen. And that's a lot of what was spoken of before is you are walking away from a lot of energy that tried to keep you stuck, and you're doing it in a really creative type of way. You're doing it in a way that you're meant to do it. 8th house endings and beginnings, 4th house roots. These are moksha houses. And your moksha houses deals a lot with karma and your life path in general. They're also houses that are associated with water, so it's your emotions. And let's just go to 44. Bhavatarini. I love the art on these cards too. I'm just such a fan of art. The Tantric priestess of karmic release manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. That's a nice, that's a really nice sentiment. It's a nice confirmation, you know. You shall emerge unharmed. I mean, dragons are extremely powerful creatures. It's you understanding that the dragons that live within your chakra system, your Shakti system, are very powerful, and they can run amok. You know, you can have an overactive sacral zone, which causes a lot of disruptions in your life. You know, that could fuel addiction. It could fuel like over sexuality, right? But you know, it's you returning to your true self instead of anything that was like placed upon you from outside influences. Maybe you are a workaholic. Maybe you're addicted to throwing yourself and escaping through work, right? All this is saying is that you're going to find a proper outlet for this energy, and it's going to bring you a lot of abundance and proper growth in the direction of your life's purpose. But not without walking away from things. Not without walking away from things. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. And personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling really peaceful after this. Extremely peaceful. Because it's showing up to yourself. It's coming home to yourself. And recognizing what you were missing all along. Recognizing that you will grow and you will persevere, and it's just a temporary thing, right? You will heal. You will be whole. You will create. And through the act of creation will that occur. That change will occur through creation. I'm going to leave the message here. I hope it resonated with you. I hope you got something from this. If you did, press the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the link tree in the description. Get a private reading. Maybe a BQH session. Yeah. Go to my Buy Me a Coffee and check out the subscription tiers that I offer, where we connect more with our dragons and with this type of life force energy that is very powerful and very much life-changing. So thank you again. Om Namah Shivaya. Have a beautiful day.